Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the stream. It is Sunday morning, very unusual time for me to stream, but I decided I wanted to continue playing Citizen Sleeper 2 and wanted to stream a little bit of it. So if you're watching, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. We're just gonna take it very easy today. It is Sunday morning after all. I have no idea how long I'm gonna stream. Maybe short, maybe long, who knows. But we'll see how it goes. Hey Jay, how are you doing? Good to see you. How was your weekend? Just making sure my stuff is all up and running. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, and we'll just jump into it. There we go. So it's a lot of reading, and honestly, I enjoy it a great deal. But after 4 hours of it on Friday, my voice was very strained. Nuts. Got sick last night. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better soon, Jay. I hope you're feeling better soon. Alright, let's actually do this. Cool. Let me know if there's any issues with the audio of the video game, but I think it should be okay. Alright, Citizen Sleeper 2. Can we click to start? No. Apparently it's crashed. Game, hello? Oh. Let me see if it's... this is new. Let me check here. Seems fine. Oh, okay. That's why. Oh, there we go. Continue. Alright, so last time... So, we wake up, we are unconscious, we were unconscious, we have amnesia. And we have this friend of ours that woke us up and that helped us from a gang, which was... Hey Mitch, how you doing? That was trying to exploit me. Now we're on the run from this gang, and we were at the base prior, where we started to make a life for ourselves. But then what happened was that we got found by the gang that was basically trafficking us. We still don't know who we are. And we had to flee to a news station. That's where we are right now. And at the moment, we're just trying to survive. That's kind of the main goal at the moment. We're trying to do odd jobs, to get money, to get fuel, to power our weapon. We are currently not able to go anywhere because our ship is broken. And that's kind of where we are. That's kind of where we are. Just generally, overall the lore, we are in the asteroid belt of the Sol system, and I am a so-called sleeper, which means I am like a clone that got the mind of a human kind of transplanted in, and I kind of need to... It's not something that is keeping you forever. So you do fall apart after some time. So you kind of, at least in game number 1, it was if you didn't take specific drugs, then eventually your body would just decompose. That hasn't really been a topic so far in this game, but we'll see. My body is clearly artificial. So the way it works is you do various tasks around the space station. You use these dice up here to do that. I've got one dice here which is unstable because I died. I don't know if I can recover that or not, but overall it's good fun. There's in the first game there was some really good story behind it, and that's kind of why I'm playing it, and I'm hoping that there will be some of that here as well. I just woke up. I'm ready for my skirmish, which is in 2 hours. I gotta get up, be ready in an hour to catch a train. Nice! I hope you do well, dude. Alright, so we can go to the Pinnacle Docks, which is a freight interchange. We can go to, like a common space. We can go to where our ship is being repaired. We can go to a shantytown, or we can go to a refugee camp. So I've recently just rested, so I think it's probably time to try and do an odd job. So let's go to the freight interchange. So what can we do here? Roam the docks, look around the Pinnacle docks without getting in someone's way is hard. It takes 42 to explore among the chaos. So this is, there's 2 tasks here, and as you can see I can assign dice here. And the symbols here tell you kind of what skills are needed. I'm good at some, as bad at others. And then with doing these tasks right and left here, kinda do this tasks here at the bottom. The Pinnacle docks are vast and filled with freight haulers and stevedores. It's not an easy place to wander. So we're trying to just start exploring this place. So much freight flying around, it seems safer to cozy up with the terminal and study the manifests. Alright, so I think if we do this here, this is a risky job, 50% positive. There can be negative outcomes, and if you have negative outcomes, you basically hurt yourself. What are you playing today, Mitch? Alright, so start the action. That should be alright. We only filled 1 here. If we use one of these dice, it's like only 20%, so that's really bad. How much money do we have? We have plenty of money. So if we need to get food, as you can see now, I'm using a dice which is 4, 25 positive outcome, 50% negative outcome, 25 negative. I think 75% is quite good. Arachne Solitary, dude. I hope you do well, mate. Right, so I'm not going to use the unstable here. As you glide through the Pinnacle docks, you hear shouting echoing down a corridor. You tentatively change direction, your eyes fixed ahead as the passage widens out into a large bay. By the way, I forgot something. Let's turn the lights on behind me before we continue reading. Did I forget? Yeah, I think I forgot. There we go. Let's turn the lights on. Bit of more ambiance. Hey Schmutzy, how you doing? Good morning. How's your weekend? Is this, are you playing any other skirmishes, or is this it? You tentatively change direction, your eyes fixed ahead as the passage widens out into a large bay. Others rush past you, heading towards the commotion. Your eyes are drawn by the bay's vast viewing window, which is currently being spattered by glittering shards of ice. In front of it, a dock worker is shouting to anyone who will listen. Spacers, workers of the Far Spindle, we need your urgent assistance. The water carrier Springtide has suffered heavy damage in its transit from Wellspring. He takes a breath. All able hands, we need you to help secure the cargo. Without this water, the Far Spindle will struggle to support you. He looks desperately at the crowd. Please, any who are able to help, please make yourself known. Behind him, a corona of ice ejects from one of the tanks, drawing a pale halo around the ship. A handful of experienced-looking spacers push through the crowd towards the front, and dock workers start to direct them to nearby bridges. You watch the scene unfold, hesitant in the face of making someone else's problem your own. Shitty up till now? Why was it shitty? What happened? I hope it gets better now. Alright, if I need to do something here... New drive available. Ah, but the problem is I only... Oh, so you see the red here? So I only have a limited amount of time to do this, right? So you see this red cycle. So I have these gray bars around here fill up as time expires. So I don't have that much time to do this. And we need to fix this before the serious leak expires, but I only have a 1. It's 50%. 50-50. Let's try it. And then we go have a rest. Yes! So we need to do one... So we need to do more. Alright, we'll leave. And I need to go back to my ship to end the cycle to get my dice back. Now, how did I don't remember. Rest and recover. I don't have... Oh yeah, I need to go here to the rig workshop to try and fix myself. I don't have anything to fix myself though. Because I still only have 4 or 5 dice, right? So, but yeah, let's end the cycle here. Was nursing a migraine all day yesterday. Ooh. Migraines, I've never had a migraine myself, but yeah, I've had bad headaches and I can't even imagine how bad migraines are. I hope it's better today. Mitch, I don't expect much. I know that there will be 2 Auroras, 1 Blaze, 1 KO, the dice one, and 3 others I don't know. So KO will basically do their roll 6 or not, right? Blaze, I guess it depends what your AB is. And Auroras, is Aurora good in Blitz as well? Yeah, waking up without the pain next day feels amazing. Good, good. As you drift lazily down the ship's mess, you hear raised voices. You steel yourself for a moment at the entrance and slip inside. Seraphon sits, hooked onto his usual stool, his slate glowing beside him. He's shaking his head as you enter. Bliss, meanwhile, is floating freely and gesticulating sharply as they explain something important. I don't see why not. Bliss chops at the air. It's not like you have an alternative. We can get the cryo. It'll take time, but we can get it. That was the deal. Seraphon speaks calmly, trying to placate Bliss. Sleeper! Bliss spots you entering and they turn to Seraphon. Let's see what Sleeper thinks about it. About what? They both fall silent for a moment. Seraphon sighs. The rig's ready, Sleeper. Bliss gestures around the mess. I fixed it. Hell, I've improved it. She's purring thanks to me. Now, wouldn't you say, having done such an incredible job, I deserve to be paid properly for my work? A calculated look crosses their face. A refit, retune like this would typically cost my clients hundreds of cryo, even if I was feeling charitable. Seraphon sighs loudly. He knows where this is going. See, I could make you pay. And maybe you could even scrape the cryo up, but not without taking a contract and taking the ship off station, leaving me in the lurch. We wouldn't do that. Seraphon starts, but Bliss holds up a hand to shush him. So, I have a proposition. One that clears the depth completely. They pause. I will turn around the open sign on this little bay of mine and join up with you. You keep me in work, give me my split, and give me transit to wherever you are headed. I'll even keep the rig of yours working for free. They shrug. What could be better than that? I mean, honestly sounds like a good deal to me. Us paying and being on our way with no hangers on. Seraphon folds his arm and looks at you. Tell them, Sleeper. Well, the game did tell me that I need a crew, right? So I feel like if somebody wants to sign up at the moment, then yeah, I would go for that. Actually, we could use their help. Bliss grins at Seraphon. See, Sleeper gets it. You can use my help. I'm an excellent engineer and a tidy shipmate and half-decent chef. I'm done with Farspindle. I'm not done taking not enough jobs for not enough cryo on a station where I know nobody. They pause, satisfied. You're welcome. Seraphon holds up his hands. Look, we appreciate it, but we are on the run. Bliss, trust me, you're better off here. He gives them a serious look. Even telling you this could put you in danger. Bliss pauses. Then they start laughing. On the run? They shake their heads, smiling. You expect me to be scared off by that goofy shit? Well, it's true. Bliss just shrugs. The system is at war. The belt is spiraling into a crisis. Everybody's got something. I knew we were at Hexport. Seraphon looks at them open mouth, searching for a retort. What happened there? Who's to say if it won't happen here? It's actually a really good point. I didn't think about that. We don't know. So the last spaceport we were at just randomly exploded after we left, like completely destroyed, and we don't know what caused that. I'm not sitting around watching this all play out any longer. They take a deep breath. Something has to give. Bliss turns to Seraphon. Look, you've done your due diligence or whatever. You are on the run. I've been warned. I accept the risks. That's it. At the end of the day, your ship is clamped into my bay, so unless you know my encryption protocols, there's not much left to discuss. Yes, is it? Yeah. Seraphon shakes his head, a small smile crossing his face. They got us here. He looks at you, and then at Bliss. Looks like we've gained a crewmate. He unhooks from his stool, but I'm moving to the engine room, and he drifts off towards the bunk to gather his things. You and Bliss exchange a nervous look. Sleeper. Welcome aboard. Bliss smiles and gives you a half-hearted mock salute. You leave Bliss in the galley and head for the cockpit. The rig is ready to fly again, but the question is where to take her next. Yeah, that's a good question. Mitch, Blaze is the biggest race. Aurora is really good in Blitz. She won 17 events in the first week, but I feel like I got a chance. So Aurora really just... So did everybody that was in Viserai just move over to Aurora? That's what happened, right? Just, it's another Rune Blade meta. That was the wrong button. Who would have thought? Did you guys watch the calling in Sao Paulo? There were some fun games there. Seraphim mentioned Flotsam, a short starward journey from here, as a busy station where you might find an artificer to help diagnose your glitches and errors. Sunward, meanwhile, is the Helion Gate, an abandoned and uninhabited megastructure left over from the Solheim days. Maybe good for salvage, but not an easy place to survive. Feels like we're not ready for that. And beyond that, well, as they say, the belt is wide, and at least now you have a functioning ship. Okay, that's fair, but I do wanna, before I do anything else... Well, we have this cycle here ticking down as well, right? So something is gonna happen when the last 2 bars fill up here. I do want to try and solve this crisis up here before this expires. I kind of want to make this my priority. The problem is with 2 ones here. I mean, it's 50-50. That's better than I could probably expect. This will give me 100% positive. What about if I move it over here? But before I... Oh, that is the wrong button. So, is there anywhere where I can get... this is the commons. I need to get more of those materials to fix myself so I can get the last die back. Just with 4 dice, it's really hard. You guys got any plans today, aside from Mitch, who's doing his... Can you hear the music of the game, by the way? It's showing that it's captured, but I'm not sure. So Mitch is doing a skirmish. People move from aggro to aggro. Yeah, I mean that's usually the case, right? Aggro is just easier to play. So I don't know if I want to do this. What else can I do before I make a choice here? The underhang. So we've started doing this. But again, we're just exploring. This is just for food, earn a meal. I do think trying to solve this crisis up here is probably the best way to go at the moment. Although we do have... I don't think we need to... We still have a bit of time. Let's do the best dice here. Alright, that's filled 2. Let's try a 50-50 and pray for me. Ooh, alright, we lose energy if we mess one up. Let's try again. And I just need to go eat if I lose all my energy. Alright, there we go. Cool. So we're halfway there. Where's the canteen? Oh wait, I can't buy the food yet. Why messed up. Alright, let's use the... Because it's safe, right? So not a lot of negative stuff happens to me if I fail here. Oh there, we got an energy back. Nice. Alright, and now because we are out of dice, so we can't do anything more this cycle, we have to go to the ship, we have to end the cycle, and we have to wait for the next day, or cycle. Cool. One more before things go sideways. Alright, let's use this unsafe dice again here to get energy back. The 5 should be quite okay to use up here. The 3 may be okay as well. Start the action. And it only gave me 1. Let's try this again. 50-50. Nice. Okay, so we got 2 more. I wonder what happens once the short respite thing ends here. I'm curious and a little worried. got energy. We're halfway to impressing. Okay. And end cycle. Let's see what happens. The red bar has filled. There we go. Something flickers in the back of your mind. You stop. You have to stop. To blink it away. It has a tightness behind your left eye, an aching point that refuses to move. And then the voice begins, hissing through the background noise of the rig's systems, a new whine amongst the chorus of the life support and ventilation. Sleeper. The hiss brings Lane's sharp features to mind. I suppose you thought you'd had slipped my net. Clear note. Export jumps into your mind, an image of the station emulating in white light, though you were not conscious to witness it. You are distant. His voice hisses into white noise, but you're not free of me yet. I'm coming, Sleeper. The hiss drops, and I will retake control of what is mine. The closer I come to you, the more you will feel it. Lane moves your finger to tap your forehead, in here, until you cannot resist. A bright smile, pale eyes, a growing hiss that hurts. Then the hiss is gone, the rig suddenly quiet, the stinging tightness diffusing behind your eyes, but the fear remains. The hiss is... oh. Sleeper, you good? Seraphine is there, floating by your berth. You were talking. Lane is coming. Seraphine looks alarmed. You feel him, right? He looks away. We can use that. Stay ahead of him. He squeezes your shoulder. We can do this. We are fast and smart. We keep moving. We don't stay anywhere for long. And we find a way. He frowns. Somehow. You do not know how Lane is able to reach into your mind like this. How he is able to speak into you, but you want so desperately for it to stop. You must find out what he has done to you before it is too late. You must stay ahead of Lane at all costs. See, the thing is... Lane is... oh, I'm still in the tutorial. Lane is hunting you once again. His progress will be tracked by the hunt clock. If this is filled, he will catch up with you. It will increase once every cycle and you spend in a hub. Now each time you travel, the hunt will reduce by 3. If you keep moving, you can stay one step ahead of Lane. Okay, so I need to come back, etc. But the thing is, I need supplies to be able to leave. I can't leave without supplies. Let's look at the map. Do I need... what? I don't even have any... oh, I need contracts and I need supplies. So there's a couple of things that I need to do to be able to leave. So I'm gonna resolve this situation here. And then after that I will try and find out how I can get some supplies, and obviously there's a ticking clock on that as well. Yep. Alright, so start action. 50% positive, 50% neutral. Positive outcome. Good, we've resolved it. We have... and quests are called drives. That's why it says minor drive completed, because a drive is a quest, basically. You watch from the docking's bay viewing window as the crumpled vast hull of the Springtide is finally welded shut by a score of bright torches flickering against its side. Everywhere I look, I see a crisis. The voice comes from beside you, and you turn to see a man floating there, watching the repair work. You don't recognize him. I saw you out there, helping the crew. He turns to you with a serious look. The far spindle needs that water. You aren't wrong. He pauses, watching you carefully. I haven't seen you on a spindle before. What, if I may ask, is your business here? I'm escaping someone. He arches his eyebrow. I'm going to take that as a poor attempt at humor. Sure. Springtide is my ship. His face remains impassive. At least I'm her captain. I do not own her. The Loytic Syndicate, my employer, was the one that put her into service. Glad to meet you. He bows his head gently. And my thanks for assisting with the repairs. We're caught by some autonomous Conway munitions. He looks out at his ship. The Wellspring run is getting more dangerous every cycle. And after a hexport, he pauses. I do not expect things to improve. You both go quiet for a moment, the loss of the station still inspiring silence in anyone who mentions it. Tell me, Malik meets your eye. As a sleeper, do you feel you have advantages over others, or does your particular condition provide only weaknesses? There are many downsides. He nods. Of course, but you're stronger, hardier, more capable than most humans. He gestures towards the springtide. Your work on my ship only evidences your abilities. You far outperform even my own crew. He looks to you, angling his head in deference. In conditions that are usually deadly. Sadly, despite even your good work, our losses have been great, and the administration at Farspindle are not happy. We are to be impounded here until the Lotic Syndicate fulfills the agreed water freight. He frowns at the crumbled-looking ship. This war continues to pressure the belt. I feel like a contract is coming. I feel like they're gonna ask me to help them to get the water. I have a hunch here. This is where you are needed, Sleeper. Malik folds his arm. My crew tells me you have a ship. You have workers. This is what I need. As we fled from the convoy attack, our navigator registered something of great interest, a water-rich asteroid. One I believe is previously unknown to the Syndicate. He comes a little closer. For now, I have sworn him to secrecy, as I must you. But, if this asteroid could be surveyed, its value confirmed, it would more than make up for the shortfall in the springtide. He pauses thoughtfully. So tell me where it is. Let him continue. I'm not going to say anything here. I want you to survey the asteroid for me. It is a simple enough job, but its location so close to the edge of the wash is problematic. However, you have shown yourself to be very competent. If you are careful, there is no reason you should have problems with Conway, or any other hostile party for that matter. Hostile party? Malik shrugs. The wash is where the orbits of the inner system and the starward belt conspire to bring vessels, objects, and all kinds of wanderers together. It's a territory of opportunists. I will, of course, reimburse you with a portion of the fee for the Farspindle administration with the Farspindle administration of withholding from me. 250 cry is my offer. How will your employer feel about that? The Lotic Syndicate only cares that its water is delivered and its fees paid. I'm free to make sure this happens in a timely and efficient manner as I see fit. Malik passes you a thumbnail drive. Here are the details on the tests I need you to run for the survey. A sample core of ice from the deep within the asteroid should give you enough material to work with. Continue. You notice a member of the Springtide's crew waiting quietly at a distance, and Malik nods to them discreetly. This is a delicate matter, Sleeper. Survey the rock, and on your return, broadcast the results to my personal terminal. The frequency is in the data. He pauses, meeting your eye. The results go to me. Only me. Then once the matter is resolved, you will get paid. I am needed, he nods to the crew member. But I expect you will have all you need. He pauses. I have enjoyed watching you work, Sleeper. Impress me again. And with that, he bows a little, drifts away to meet his crew member. After watching him go, you turn back to the Springtide. Still impressive despite being scarred with the curls of ice and shiny with water wells. With fresh wells. You imagine any captain of a ship like that has been through a lot to get to where they are. That makes them a valuable ally, or a dangerous adversary, depending on where you are. You hope, Malik, you can find your way to being the former. So the contract is nice and all, but I really need some supplies, otherwise I'm not going to be able to go. Can we get supplies here? I'm not sure. I have to try it. At the moment we have 0 supplies. I have money to pay for it. Yeah. 50% negative, 50% neutral. I'll take the Excuse me, I'll take the risk. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, what's this? What's the signal chaser facility? Oh, this probably gives me money, I would say. Okay, I'm not going to do that though. I am going to finish one of the things I've already been working on. I only need 2 more here. Oh, energy lost. That's fine. So what we're going to do here is go to the bar and work for next meal to give us energy back. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Back with you guys. Alright, I got energy back now, so back to the rig, do some sleeping and the cycle. We're still fine for now. We're good. We're good. I would very much like to recover that last bit there, but yeah, I don't have anything to do. Alright, let's take one of these super good 100% positive. Sure. There we go. Alright, that's done. So that gave us a new location. Well, now, I didn't... Only vouched for members can gamble on the venture, but bar shifts are easy to come by, mostly because they pay in tips and little more. Okay, so what we can do here is then try and use a 1. Although so we can get money here, but I don't really need credits at the moment. I need to find a place where I can spend those credits. So maybe we have to unlock this area. So we can help the residents. This is a symbol for my skill, so 100% positive, so let's do that. Good. Alright, we're almost there with that one. So I'm willing to take a risk here. Nice. Okay, we have one left. This is a 50%, 20% failure. That one we will again use here to get some energy back. Cool. Good. And then we'll just go back to our ship and sleep. Our nemesis is still far away. Okay, sorry. Actually, it's fine. It's a chill Sunday stream. It's a chill Sunday stream. Alright, so we're still good. But the dice that we got are not very good. Ooh, what is this? Most forcemen workers don't like to go out to steal new units, so they leave tiring, dangerous works for outsiders. Okay, I mean, we can do that. But again, the problem is, like, I need to be able to buy some stuff. So I can go out and explore. Okay, so that is done. Now, did we get anything? It says a new location. Maybe here? Yes! Buy scrap components. Oh, this is to help me. So we can scrap shifts. The scrappers know their business, but they often have sorting and processing work for those who can spot corroded trash from valuable scrap, so we can get money here. Buy scrap components. The scrap components are bundled up in nets. Most of them are corroded beyond use, but with careful eyes some... Okay, so this will help me get to repair myself so I can get the 5th die back. That's really important, considering I can only really use 3 at the moment. Okay, so we have scrap components. I'm gonna do this... Actually, before I do this, let's check how many I need, actually. Go to my ship. Rig workshop. If I... I need 2. Okay. Need 2. Let's buy another one. At least in the last game, the amount of cryo I have is actually quite a lot. Alright, so... we go Rig workshop. We have 2 scrap. Let's fix ourselves and get this dice back. Yes, dice slot repaired, so we'll get it back next cycle. Nice. Okay, good. We can't... This glitched one, I can't fix that. That's basically because I died once in the game. So that's just gonna be as it is. So, We need supplies. How do we get supplies? One thing that we haven't explored yet is I feel like this is the marketplace where we will get supplies. So risky 50%. I'll take a chance on 50%. Nope. Well, we lost energy, but we did get one. We did fill one bar there. Just getting energy back. Start action. There we go, and also use this one here. Fill that bar back up. There we go. Okay, so now the focus is, I feel like the commons is where we need, we can get the resources, so we need to progress that. At the same time, I need to get more money, right? So as you can see now, with having myself repaired, I have 4 dice I can use, and that's going to be much better. That's really going to help us accelerate in some things here. Alright, so 100% positive. I do want to prioritize this because I think this is where we'll buy the resources that will then allow me to go do jobs in the belt. So I'm gonna just focus on this and hopefully finish this right away here. Cycle. Yes, nice. Good. So we got the miner. Oh, the far spindle lives up to its name. Its tall stature making it a real effort to travel from end to end. The local solution to this problem are the transit tunnels. Massive tubes bolted onto the outside of the spindle allow for rapid passage from bottom to top. As you find yourself in one of those cavernous passages, bulky cargo haulers rushing by, you start to wonder if braving them is worth the effort. Back up! The shout rattles down the bare transit corridor like a gunshot and is rapidly followed by a crunching impact. You spin back, pushing yourself against the side of the wide cylindrical passage. As you do, a hauler glides past, sending a rippling wave of air across you in its wake. When the roar subsides, you hear a string of explicit curses coming from nearby. A spiky-looking figure, clutching some oddly shaped open-frame object, gestures wildly at the vehicle as it glides away. Dickhead. She spits an impressive glob of saliva down the tunnel, and it spirals in 0G. She turns to you in her anger. You see that? Tried to slam me into the wall. Total dickhead. She nods firmly. No shit. Haulers hate us. She sniffs and looks at you up and down. Not supposed to be in the transit system without the vehicles. She squints. Not like I care, but maybe you do. Right. Sorry. Like I said, don't care. She rolls one of her shoulders, stretching it out. You're new here, right? Yeah. She shrugs sympathetically. Figures. Let me give you a tip. She begins checking her open-frame vehicle, tightening bolts and untangling pipes. Avoid the haulers. Dickheads, the lot of them, especially the water haulers, think they're better than anyone. Don't mess with the stevedoers, though they're good people. Get treated like shit by everyone else, just like us. She rapidly plucks and unplucks a series of connectors that show you the shortcuts. She looks up. And never ever get in a Spindlejack's way. She smiles, spinning the vehicle in her hand. Spindlejack? She thumps her chest. You're looking at one. She pauses, considering something. Then suddenly she reaches into one of her many pockets and pulls out a small transparent rectangle punched with holes. Text glints within it, reading Cadet, Stripline Express. You take it. Cadet. She flexes proudly. That's me. Stripline is my outfit. Camel's the dispatcher. Small outfit, but we punch above her weight. I gotta ask, are you going to play the new Doom? I wasn't a huge Doom fan, but after playing the one that released in 2020, I started to like the franchise. I will definitely play the new one. I've never really been a Doom player, but I may give it a go, yeah. I think I've given the last one a try as well, but yeah. I'll give it a go, maybe. That's coming out in a couple of months, right? Dispatch is here in Spindle's core, but I run the transit tunnel up and down the Spindle 10 times a cycle. Need anything moving on the Spindle, data tech, messages to hub for hardline? Come find me. I'll do that. She nods. Tell them I sent you. They'll make sure it gets to me. She kicks off the wall and mounts her bike, triggering a small burst of compressed air to keep herself steady in the transit passage. You hear a buzz of distorted speech from what you assume is her dispatcher. Cadet angles her head into her communicators and mutters back into it. Got a hop, sleeper? She looks over at you. Something flickers in her eyes. An idea? Or perhaps just a realization. You might be able to help me with something. Package that's been bothering me. She quints down the passage. Come to the office at Stripline in a few cycles. I'll show you. Sure. I'll call it a favor on account of me saving you from being flattened by a hauler. She winks. Now, you better get out of here before another hauler tries to squish you. You sit back as she twists the handlebars and a burst of air sends her flying down the transit corridor at an unsettling speed. You watch her go. Slightly caught off guard by her final remarks. What would a career need you for? Well, probably delivering stuff. You turn the idea over in your head as you find a way out of the transit corridor back to the safety of the main concourse. New location discovered. Okay, so this is... I need to buy resources. Seaweed-based liquor with powerful soul line. Getting wrecked. The freelancers and force spindles seem cagey, but spend enough time in local bar and they'll warm to you. Okay. So we don't seem to be there yet. Ooh, to trade hall! Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Alright, cool. So where was if we click here, we've got 2 fuel, we've got 0 supplies. So we have this ice-rich asteroid that we want to get to. We've got 56. So how about I need some money then. I need some money. Okay. So fill supplies. So it costs 75 to fill supplies. How about we fill fuel? And then we go find enough money to fill the supplies. And then we go to that asteroid. Have you seen the trailer? Yeah, I have. It looks, I mean, the trailer looks awesome, right? It looks really, really good. But actually, wait, let me do the unstable one here. The thing is, right? Oh, I impressed her. Nice. Sleeper! Nemba wants to see you. You nod to the other volunteers as you wipe off your hands and clip your cutlery to the magnet rack. You drift out of the improvised canteen on your way to the kitchen in the back. What I was gonna say is, like, you know, not every game is for everybody, right? Like, for instance, I know, like, Elden Ring and games like that have a huge following, but the games are just not for me. Like those, I'm gonna try and die 50 times to beat this boss, and then I'm gonna move on to the next boss and try it again. It's just like, it's not the gameplay loop that I enjoy. I enjoy this kind of game. I enjoy story, immersion, something that I can dive into from a storytelling perspective. And not that much just trying to challenge myself to beat the biggest, baddest bosses. It was a busy shift, and each shift seems busier than the last. That makes sense, of course. You've seen the steady flow of refugees arriving from the inner system, and most of them with barely a chit to the name end up in the underhand. As you cross into the kitchen, you can still hear the rumble of the refugees' conversation through the hatch. The other chef leads you past the rehydrators and the hand-built centrifugal oven to a small office unit at the back of the kitchen. What's your favorite genre of games, actually? What do you like to play? They knock on the door for you, then glide away to finish their own meal, leaving you to wait by it. You look around the small but carefully arranged kitchen as you wait. Your shifts here having left you familiar with a mix of improvised salvaged equipment, some of which you have never seen before you came here. Come in, sleeper. Nemba is perched at a desk, uplit by a small transparent terminal screen, reading glasses perched on the end of his nose. Now, the only thing that is tough about this game is, like, there is no voiceover, right? So it's all text, and I'm reading it all out because I know a lot of people watching streams, they kind of have it in the background, so you can't really experience this game if I'm not reading it out. So I'm reading out everything. And on Friday it almost killed my voice. So I don't think I can do it too long stream because it's weird. Like, I stream during the week and I talk almost all the time, but reading out is somehow different. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alright. Come in, Sleeper. I already read that. You've seen Nemba before, but not as much as you'd imagine you would while working at a place called Nemba's Kitchen. Even though there isn't a proper sign up front, everyone in the Underhang knows its name. The man itself is more of a mystery. Apart from the occasional barked order in the busy kitchen, he is a little more than a blur to you. Why do you work here? He barely looks up from his terminal screen, the scrolling text reflected in his lenses. I want to help. Uh-huh. Nemba stops scrolling the screen and looks over his glasses at you. You do well here, Sleeper, and you're fast, precise. You're doing good work. He goes back to scrolling. Thanks. Nemba lifts a hand in response. That's my worry, Sleeper. Good workers like you, they move on fast. He leans back and looks at you. 10 cycles, maybe more, maybe less, and then they are gone. And the team gets used to having them here, gets used to working at that pace, and suddenly they have to work differently. When it comes to my favorite genre of games, it has to be roguelikes. Oh, really? Nice. You've played Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3 as Souls-likes, and there was a point in the Dark Souls when I wanted to give up because I fought one boss 4 days straight, but once I defeated him, the rest of the game went quite smooth. Okay, yeah, so, you know, different folks, different strokes, right? You enjoyed it. Have you heard of a game called 33 Immortals, Mitch? I'm not sure if you were here on my stream on Friday. It's actually quite fun. I'm not sure I'm enjoying it to stream it, but I played it offline as well, and it's quite fun. They have to pick up the slack, change jobs, change stations, and a few of them think, well, maybe it's time to I moved on too. So what I found is, good workers are trouble, especially those who come and go like you. He pauses watching. Let him speak. This place, it runs on consistency, Sleeper. Those that turn up every cycle, good or bad, they get the people fed. He takes off his reading glasses, inspecting them for smudges. Let's be honest, that ain't you. So let's cut it to it. I can't use you in the kitchen anymore. You're done. He shrugs. Sorry. Okay. But this place also runs on all those machines out there, on the suppliers I can rope in, the donations. Feeding refugees from the inner system is logistics as much as it is chefing. He shakes his head, which is why I'm cooped up in here, in the back. So maybe you're gone. I never see you again. Okay, thanks for coming. We'll soldier on without you. But maybe you still want to be useful. Maybe I heard you have a ship. He smiles at you. Yeah, maybe I heard you chatting. And maybe I have a little something held up in a place only a ship like yours can reach. I negotiated the purpose of some valuable inner system spores from a group that came from there, but they somehow ended up at the depot in Greenbelt. Nemba sighs. So if you head to Greenbelt and you find the delivery and you bring it back, well, Nemba looks at you pointedly. That would be helping. That would be the kind of helping a good worker, even an inconsistent worker, may be able to offer me. Nemba squints at you. Seems like the kind of thing that someone genuine, someone who wants to help for real, might do, don't you think? He doesn't wait for your reply, but it also seems like the kind of thing that might sit on a list of priorities for so long it disappears and never gets done. I've seen that happen too. I guess we'll find out which it is. He definitely places his reading glasses back on his face and continues to scroll the screen on his terminal. You know the way out, Sleeper. You turn in the doorway, slightly taken aback, and it slides shut behind you. You guide through the kitchen, through the improvised canteen, and the people eating and chatting there, and into the cold underhang passageway beyond. All the time considering what you may do next, and recalling the persuasive glint in Nemba's eyes. I mean, it sounds like I want to do, but again, I need resources. I saw you were streaming on Friday, but I was exhausted after weeks. I haven't seen what you were playing. Have you played any Aquatic Dream game? No, what kind of games do they make? It doesn't ring a bell. Alright, this is dangerous. But let's try it anyway. 3 cryo? That's not a lot. Okay, but because I failed it, right? So, end the cycle. We'll still some time off before that lane finds me. So I think I have time to... Oh god, Seraphim again? Sleeper. Seraphim catches your attention as you go to leave the ship. Can I have a minute? Make it quick. Seraphim flinches with irritation but says nothing. He ducks into a maintenance passage and waits for you to follow. In the narrow passage, framed by loose wires and thick conduit, Seraphim looks suddenly small, trapped. He looks at an open circuitry panel as he speaks, avoiding your gaze. You see he's playing with the coin in his hand, nervously spinning it in the air. Since we cleared Hexport, I've been putting feelers out for something. He rubs his hand nervously. I've been in the belt a long time and I've come here alone. But back on Darkside, just before we made the break for it, I heard something. I heard someone was looking for me. He pauses, trying to organize his thought. Who's after you? I also heard something else. They said the person looking for me claimed to be my sister. He raised your reaction. You have a sister? Yeah, I did, yeah. Or I do. He shakes his head. But I don't even know if it's really her. Just because someone says there's my sister, well, I can't be sure. The thing is, I haven't seen my sister in a long time. I was still a kid when I left, so... was she? Though I don't think she would have liked to admit it at the time. He smiles to himself. I know you don't remember how it was, back in the dark side, I mean. He sighs, but we were alone, you and me. Lane didn't let us out much, just to work and that was all. So when I overheard one of these guys mention someone sniffing around, trying to find me, I didn't know what to think. He frowns, and then, hearing it could have been my sister, he goes quiet. You try to recall the time the cycle spent under Lane's influence, working for him in exchange for stabilizer. You close your eyes, focus, but the details flicker. The images collapse and reform. Has Seraphim told you this before? Was this all part of your plan? Wait, is this why you helped me escape? You wanted to go find her? Yes. He shrugs. It changed things for me. The thought that she could be out there. Okay, that explains his motivation, right? So we know a bit more about him, at least. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to get you out of there too. He pauses. You sense he's finding this difficult. I know it doesn't matter now, but I told you about her back then, before. Why tell me now? Since we got away since Hexport, I've been asking around, speaking to spaces, traders, and like I said, something has finally come up. It seems whoever was trailing me left Darkside pretty soon after. Utsubo caught wind of her sniffing around, so Utsubo is the gang that is after us. I doubt they made her feel very welcome, but I managed to get a name. The name she gave, Luz, wasn't my sister's, but that doesn't mean much. It gave me something to follow. She bounced around the wash a little for Spindle, Flotsam, not sure why. He squints at the loose wire. The last thing she did was book a passage to Wellspring on a Lotic freighter, that's it. How do you know this? Most of the ship manifests in port records, a few favors on the quiet. I want to go to Wellspring, Sleeper, to know if it's really her, and if it isn't, to settle what needs settling. Let's do it. Thank you, Sleeper. He meets your eye. I will admit it has been strange reminding myself that everything we talked about back on Darkside, everything we did, it's lost now. He smiles. But I'm glad to see you're still you, whatever that means. Me too. He nods. Anyway, better get back to it. Seraphim squeezes past you in the corridor and glides back towards the engine room. You watch him go, wondering if your past together can ever be reclaimed. Mind wanders to thoughts of Seraphim's sister. For a moment you wonder what it's like to have a family, and if you will ever know. Right, Heavy Rain, Detroit, Become Human are the big... No, I don't think I've ever played those. Would you recommend them? So... Why is this half filled already? Oh, this is just a timer. Alright, so, we need... Oh, we got credits. Cool. We need more credits though, so we're gonna try and... It's dangerous, but we, you know, this is what we do. This is what we do. Nice. 40. Let's use another one here. Cool. 54. Right, so how much resources do we need here? It's up here, right? Yes. 75. We don't need all of it, do we? But it'd probably be good to fill the resources. We do need to... Oh, okay, so we can't get foods there anymore. So we have to do it here instead. Oh, now we need to spend money for it. I see. Okay, that's expensive. How much does this feel? Or at least 2. Okay. That was a lot of money. We can work up here. Let's do 50-50. Okay, so we got 5 cryo by doing that. It's not a lot, is it? We still need a lot. I think our best bet is just to continue working down here. With our best dice, getting the money. And then going out on one of the tasks. 61. Okay, we do this once, twice more, and we're halfway to the guy finding us, so we need to leave soon. Right. Oh, Sleeper! Kata drifts from the shadows outside Bliss's Bay. Looking around nervously as she approaches. Seems like I'm going to need to call in that favor. Her face is pale and deathly serious. Are you okay? She doesn't seem to hear you. Distracted by a group of spaces gliding noisily down the passage behind her, she waits until they pass. Someone hits strip line. No idea where Kamal is. Bunch of goons tearing the place apart as we speak. She screws her face in pain. Even tried to grab me, but those muscleheads are slow. Wait, why? Remember the package I asked for your help with? That was bothering me? I remember you weren't you? I reckon it's got something to do with it. The job was a bust. An express run all the way to the underhang, but when I got there, no one home. She's whispering now, leaning closer. The place was smashed up like someone got there first. Should have dumped the package and run, but I brought it back like a good girl, stashed it in a safe spot at stripline. Thought the center might come recover it. And when they didn't, well, I got curious, popped it open. She shakes her head. Stupid thing to do. Inside was a drive encrypted to hell and back. When I ran into you, well, I heard sleepers are good with data with text, so I thought you may be able to take a look at it. She shrugs. Now Stripsline's trashed too. Here's the thing, she glances around. Back when I popped it open, I noticed the drive had a dispatch marker, Hexport. Could it be connected to Hexport getting atomized? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. The thing was sent out from there just before it got cooked. She pauses. And with the kind of attention I've been getting this past couple of cycles. She slips a hand terminal from her bag, taps it a couple of times and holds it up to you. Kata stares out of you from the screen, straight face and pale. Beside her picture you see a block capital Spindlejack KD754. A breach of bar spindle code B14 plus F34. Reward for information leading to capture, considered dangerous. Dickheads blasted out the transit channels. Every Spindlejack hauler and freight carrier is going to be watching for me. She pulls back the hand terminal angrily, stuffing it away in her bag. Something's going on. Anyone who can help? She looks away. Spindlejacks don't make friends easily, and all the couriers I do know are looking to turn me in for a payout. She snaps her hand to the side, her eyes flashing with anger. Why do you think I'm here? It's time for that favor, Sleeper. She meets your eye. My connections are burned. Hell, my whole career is gone. I need to fight back. If I walk away, there's nothing to walk away to. She softens a little. I need your help. What can I do? I need you to get the drive. She takes a breath. If they want it that much, then I can use it to buy my way out of this shit show. And I've tucked it away somewhere safe, so my guess is they haven't got it yet. You just slip in. I'll give you the location and pull the thing out. She pulls her arm. Should be simple. Okay, let's do it. She nods seriously. Thank you. Look, the thing turns out to be worth something. You'll get your due. All I want is my life back. The drive is in the workshop. There's a loose panel behind the airbag rack. She leans in. It's taped to the back of the fuse box inside. I got to keep heading down Spindle to the overhang, past the end of the transit tunnel. Snowball will wrap me out there. She glances around. I'll come find you when it's done. I still got some network access. I'll know when you go in. She winks, offering no further explanation. My bag's locked up nearby. I'm gonna hop. She pauses. Do me a favor. Then we are clear. Stay safe. Do my best, sleeper. She gives you a mock salute. She sleeps back into the shadows. A few minutes later, you hear the percussive pulse of an air bike accelerating away. You know at least what it's like to be on the run, to flee for your life. And in that, you feel an empathy, a connection with Kenneth. But from every other angle, this looks like bad news. The kind of sensible person would still well aware from. Well, I'm not sensible. Perhaps you would steer well clear if it wasn't for one detail that's stuck in your mind. The drive is from Hexport. Is all that enough to send you down the strip line and search for that drive? Only time will tell. Yes, the games have an amazing storytelling, Mitch, with the catch that there are hundreds of endings available to you. It's basically a game that you tell a story based on choices that you made. Oh, that sounds amazing though. Wait till you said Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Okay, so do we... Oh, we have 3. So we can... 3 points available. We need 4 to improve one of our skills, right? Yeah. Yeah, we want to do that. Okay, so still need more money. Is there a timer on the thing that they gave us to do? I don't see one. Back to the grindstone, everyone. Does this put me up to 75? Yes. Okay, cool. So, we go buy supplies. For 75. Good. And then... we can do the asteroid. 250 cry is a lot. -3 to get there, that's fine. We've got enough supplies. Cool, we're taking Bliss. We've only got 1 crewmate so far. The asteroid looms large in the cockpit's glass. Light glints off the sheets of surface ice. The same glint that must have caught Malik's attention when he was fleeing the Conway countermeasures that damaged the spring tight. That looks cool. There's been no sign of Conway drones or mines, but that doesn't stop Seraphim being cautious in his approach. You have to admit you found yourself searching the black void of space for a telltale blinking red beacon too. We're close enough to jump down to the surface. Seraphim looks down the engines. Locks down the engines. I don't see anything on the scope, but I'll keep her warm just in case. Thanks. He nods without looking up from the controls. You unclip from your seat and kick off towards the airlock. The scale of the asteroid is troubling, but Seraphim assured you on the journey here that surveying it would be easy enough. Just take a sample from the deep ice for testing. The problem, he said, is getting down that deep. You'll have to cut away at the ice, dig yourself a hole, diggy hole, and doing so will create fractures in the shelf. The asteroid may be big, but it's held together with only a weak gravitational force. The more the ice is cracked away, the less there is for Parsmiddle to harvest. Something you doubt Malik will be happy about. You push the worry to the back of your mind and get suited up. Well, we're here to do a job, right? Something on your mind? Bliss drafts up beside you and pulls the suit from the rack. I just hope we don't mess up. Me too, they shrug. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems simple enough. Continue. Can't say rock, or in this case, ice cutting is my usual strength. But it's gotta be simpler than slicing a hull without touching any of the internals. Bliss zips up their suit. We'll be fine. Bliss reassurance that they don't have any experience with the job you're about to do doesn't exactly calm your worries. But a nonchalant attitude helps, especially when you consider the volume of ice you're about to start cutting into. Cheer up! Bliss punches you on the arm as you get into her lock. Might never happen. The lock cycles and you find yourself staring out at the glinting surface of the asteroid. 1 second, sleeper. Seraphim's voice comes over the comms. I'm seeing something here. Some kind of man-made shaft on the other side of the asteroid? Might be worth a look, but remember, the service our priority comes first. You can almost hear the eyes roll through the comms link. Don't get distracted. Hey, I didn't get distracted last time. We still messed up, but, you know. Squint at the rock and spot a dark recess just over the curve of the asteroid. There'll be a distraction then. You refocus on the ice sheet. Time to get started. Alright. Oh wow, they rolled 2 ones. Awesome. Detroit is more focused on AI, and Heavy Rain is one huge mystery when it comes to the theme of the game. That sounds awesome. Do you know if they're on Game Pass by any chance? I guess I'm going to go get some coffee and turn off the pre-roll ads, and I'll be right back. Coffee. Alright. We are just gonna wait until pre-roll ads are done. And then we're gonna continue with the game here. Happy Sunday morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. If you have any questions about anything at all, please feel free to ask anything. Anything at all. So we're just out here in space. And we are about to start drilling into this asteroid. I'm sure there's nothing that can go wrong here. Alright, cool. So, there's 2 things. So we have, the thing is we've already glitched once, right? So we are down to 4 dice, we have 1s. We do have enough supplies though, so let's check. Is this one where we're drilling? This is where we're drilling, and how many do we need? Oh, that's quite a lot. Okay. And if we give them this, 50%. Even on a 1, 50% isn't actually that bad. Alright, let's focus on this, right? We want to try... Okay, so it gave me 3 for a positive outcome. Good. Alright, so that should give me another 3. Good. I'm going to see what happens with a 1. We can't fail too often because otherwise... See, the ice stress happens, right? And that is not good. Uh-oh. Alright. I'll try one of these because I need to re-roll the dice and then... Oh no. Alright, yeah, that was not good. Right, so we are going to end the cycle. Using those ones, maybe not the best decision I've made today. Okay. I tried to push my luck a little bit here. Just gonna go to 75% chance. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We have 2 more failures before it all goes south. Wait, why did they get stressed? Okay, survey surface. So we're doing this because we both have this skill, right? We're using skills that we have. Like you always you have like different options here depending what skills you have. So I've done that. Now if I go here, it also adds stress. Okay. So I can add 1 stress to upgrade one of my dice. But the that would be only a 3. Is that worth the risk? The dice then goes up to 4. Let's do it. Alright, we'll 75% chance. I mean there we go. Alright. So we've done that. New location discovered. Okay. And now we need to extract, and nobody... Oh my god, this is going to be difficult. Because I don't have the skill, and my friend here doesn't have the skill to properly do this. I'm not going to push it with a 2. I'm going to end the cycle. We have 4 days still left. Aren't on damage? Ah, okay. So I'll have to have a look then. Maybe they're pretty cheap to get. Okay. I don't have any. No, I can do. Oh, I can't do this at the moment. Can't do this either. Yeah, I forgot about the health bar to the dice. Oh. Need a positive outcome here. Nice. Need another positive outcome. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Can I please get better dice? Don't let me fail again. Oh no. Come on. We need a few good rolls here. Jesus. Even my best dice is not giving me 100% chance. Okay, I got stressed. Oh no. Oh no. You feel the rumble through your suit, the ice first shifting, tremor running through it, and then cracking into spider branching shapes. Sleeper, Serafin's voice comes cracking through the suit. What did you do? You turn to see a whole section of ice sheet in horrifying silence break away from the surface of the asteroid. As it does, glowing in the sunlight, a cloud of dust washes across you, blotting out the stars. Watch out! You hear Serafin shout into comms, his voice distorting beneath the soft patter of the... Okay, so... Gotta go for this. Neutral outcome, check past. You see a glittering storm of ice shards and kick off from the surface. You glide up and out as glinting chunks of ice batter your suit. You hold your arms to protect yourself, deflecting blows as you drift. The storm of shards subsides into a cloud of sparkling particles, and you turn to look at the damage you left behind. A large chunk of ice sheet has broken away. The surface of the asteroid beneath it cracked and fractured. All around the rock, ice and dust drift together, their vector taking them out of orbit of the small body. Maybe, don't tell your client that we just atomized half the water on this rock. Bliss' voice trembles through the comms. I'm not an expert. I don't think they'll be impressed. You watch a bright dust of ice sheet as it tumbles away in the black. Large chunks catching the lights beautifully as it spins. It's one hell of a sight, but it may turn out to be an expensive mistake. You look across the asteroid and notice something missing. The black shape of the shaft. Whatever secrets were left in there, they've been buried forever. Yeah, I mean... yeah. Okay, we need to end the cycle. Hopefully the 2 6s that I have now will be sufficient. Well, it's still at 25% negative, right? Oh, come on. Really? Alright. 50%. I believe. Yes, there we go. The sample core, a long, weighty cylinder of cloudy ice, comes up out of the borehole cleanly. It glows in the sunlight, catching the rays in its frosted interior. Nicely done, Sleeper. Was it though? Bliss chirps through the comms. I've never cored an asteroid before, but the result is pretty. Let's just hope it's drinkable. Let's not melt it down for liquid refreshment just yet, Seraphim chips in. It's likely packed with unpleasant impurities. The question is, are the kind of impurities as far as Spindle can filter out? Seeing as we've already lost a chunk of the ice of this rock, let's try to get that core up here without breaking it, shall we? You start the journey back to the ship, dragging the sample core behind you. As you do, you look back down the asteroid, wondering if it might be the bargaining chip Malik has been looking for. You'll know soon enough. Alright, contract complete. Barely. 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 Hanging on for dear life here to complete this. On the journey back from the asteroid, you pored over the tests Malik had given you to run, improvising the necessary equipment from your mess. Each one produced spools of data, much of which you couldn't parse. Arriving into the vicinity of the Svar Spindle, you broadcast these strings of data to Malik's personal terminal on the Springtide as instructed. Despite all this preparation, you are still surprised when you find Malik standing at the far side of the docking tunnel as you leave the rig. Sleeper, he nods neatly at you. I thought it was better to come down here, away from the crew to discuss your findings. And the findings were? Straight to the point, he clasped his hands. Good. As I suspected, Azra was indeed rich of water ice. Thankfully, the contaminants can be dealt with. He speaks matter-of-factly, betraying little emotion. What data you have provided, I should be able to convince the Far Spindle administration of its worth. Then we're good? Malik smiles. That remains to be seen. Before I make payment, I would like to ask in person if you saw anything else of consequence, anything to share with me, that might affect my dealings with this Far Spindle. He folds his arms across his chest. I would prefer not to have any surprises when they go to retrieve the water. The midge section of glittering ice, shattered, lost, spinning into black flashes before your eyes. Malik patiently waits your answer. Admit to breaking the ice. You tell Malik about the part of the ice sheet that broke away and the loss of a good portion of the asteroid's surface water. As you do, he grips the bridge of his nose and looks down. Thank you for your honesty. His expression is pained. It is possible that I can still negotiate the Springtide's release, but not without exchanges I didn't wish to make. There must be consequences, of course. Malik sighs. Malik reaches into his pocket, produces a stack of Creochits. Bound carefully with a strip of paper, he breaks the paper seal and splits the stack. 120. And hands the part of the stack. Do not ask for more. Well, good luck, Mitch. Enjoy your skirmish. You take the chits, quickly tuck them away. You take his advice and stay quiet. With that, our business is concluded, Sleeper. Malik nods slightly. I must speak with the administration to negotiate the release of my ship and then prepare for immediate departure. The Syndicate will be eager for my successful return. Farewell. He glides away from the dock, leaving you behind a growing fear deep inside you. Okay, so if we go here. and we go, we have to rest and recover, right? To get the dice stuff back here. No, that's a stress down. How do I can't repair because I don't have that. People are still coming after me. So, I need to go here. I need to pay. I need to pay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and while I'm here, I might as well get some money. There we go. Process raw scrap. Do we have raw scrap? How do we get raw scrap? If I do a 1 here... No, let's not do that. We can use a 1 for it. It's some safe activity must be somewhere, right? You can only buy stuff here. There's only buy stuff here as well. Danger, risky, let's not do that. This is risky as well. We could try and just see if we can get some more money here by doing a bar shift. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? 3 cryo. Alright. Let's end the cycle. Let's end the cycle. I should have repaired myself first. Rookie mistake. Because then I would have got 4 dice. Now I only have 2. Well, a glitched one. Alright, there we go. We need to leave again soon, so we need money. Do we have anything else that we can go do? We don't. Oh! Oh, never mind! So we can, but I need... We could go to Flotsam to see... go out there, which is good. So I need 4. I think we could go. No, let's get some... I don't think I need resources for that. Okay. 14 cryo, nice. Another 14. And then can I... This one will be 20%. I'll use this one to maybe get another shift here. 20% is not too bad. We'll make it work. Alright, so we don't have any energy, so we need to go buy some food. Okay, good. And then I don't want to spend all my monies in theory, but also if I have the fuel and I have the supplies, then I don't really need to worry about it that much. Alright, let's go before this person shows up. Oh, per hop cycle. Ooh, what a hop... Oh, alright, so we've got all the dice back. I think we will. Let's go here. Let's see what this is all about. Yes. I've never left the station on my own accord, so... Curious. The game is certainly a lot bigger than before. The first one. It's hard to tell where Flotsam ends and the ships parked at its many docking bridges begin. As Seraphim docks with the station, you realize that the rig now looks like just another piece of accumulated technology. One more bit of driftwood added to the raft. I love this place. Seraphon smiles as he shuts down the engines. You never know what you'll find. You've been here before? Yeah, back when I first came to the belt. The crew signed on with used to run salvage jobs out here. Fun place to spend your wages. You see Bliss eyeing the station with what looks like both horror and fascination. You see the seals? They point out some twisted assemblage of ship parts. Total cowboy welds. They could pop at any time. Seraphon wastes away their concern. Oh, that's just the outer layer. I heard there's 6 or 7 in all, so if one fails, it's no problem. He stretches and turns to you. You've got taste. Some of the stuff they grow in Old Tahaki. You got a taste. He kisses his fingers. That's the good stuff. Oh great, Bliss sighs. So many layers of redundancy and fallback so you have no hope of isolating a leak or fixing it. The wrap on the wall of the rig. Sounds like a ship I know. Well, no. Seraphon joins in. The two of you shoulder to shoulder. She got you out there, didn't she? He shrugs at Bliss. No sense of gratitude. I was joking. Bliss looks at a little hurt and drifts out of the cockpit, shaking their head. You go to follow, but Seraphon puts a hand on your shoulder. Sleeper. He looks suddenly serious. Remember what I said about getting checked out? There are artificers all over this place. It'll take a bit of searching, but we need to know what's going on with you. He meets your eye. That's why we're here. Good. Seraphon nods. Let me know what they say. I'm going to go see if any of my old haunts are still open. He drifts out of the cockpit with a mock salute. Catch you later. What's it with people saluting all the time? You're left alone in the cockpit with a view of Flotsam's chaotic structure. You look over the multicolor plating. It does, you admit, have a certain charm. Alright, good. And here, I think we will take a break to change the game. I've been wanting to go back to Warhammer, Rogue Trader. I think we'll take the opportunity to do this right now. It's too much reading, honestly. it's a lot of reading. I think there's some voice acting in this game at least. Alright. I'm gonna start a new run. I played this for a bit and then I kind of got away from it. I don't remember why. But I'm a huge Warhammer 40,000 fan, although I haven't played Warhammer 40,000 in a long time myself. But I wanna give it another chance. See if I can get into it this time. I did enjoy the other Owlbear? I think Owlbear games. So yeah. All right, we are going to play a new game. I'm not going to buy the extension yet because I don't know if I want that. So, main story. Yeah. We're going to be a rogue trader. We're going to leave the difficulty of normal for now. Cool. Alright. Do we make a... Let's go with one of these pre-made ones. So, warrior. Warriors are combatants boasting exceptional melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage in close-quarter combat, and withstanding heavy amounts of damage. They also excel at drawing enemies' attention from less defended allies. Core focus melee, movement and dodge, armor and parry, taunts, soaking damage. So I have a charge, I have an endure, daring breach. I've never really played characters like this. I don't know if that's what fits my playstyle. Oh, sorry for... Wait. Actually, hold on. So I have to... Okay, so I get Black Sheik. That's fine. Okay, when I click out of the game, the music goes. Okay, so I can leave the game. Okay. Actually, one... No, that's fine. This is a warrior. Also a warrior. They're all warriors? Why are they all warriors? Custom characters, more fun, right? We'll just play Darius. I'm not familiar at all with this RPG system, to be honest. It's very different from D&D that I'm used to. So yeah. Yeah. Alright. Maybe we'll just go with a warrior then. Custom characters, so we do appearance, homeworld, origin, triumph, darkest hour. No, let's do it. Let's make our own. Let's make our own. Appearance. This screams rogue trader to me, honestly. I think this is the one I picked last time. Okay, so I'm just seeing that my camera probably not in the best place here. So let's move this down here for now. Let's see if that works. Which picture do we choose? Oh, this dude looks cool. Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, appearance. I mean, this is kind of modeled after the picture, so let's leave it there. I quite like this. Hair, tattoo. Ooh, a skull in the middle of the forehead. Yes. Augmentations. That's only face, huh? Yeah, it's only face. So we'll leave that.
Lay in the course!
A new challenge for me. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
So fun. This is Ko. I'll play Ko. All right, Ko Carnage. Death World, Voidborn, Hive World, Forge World, Imperial World, Fortress World. So this gives me once per combat when the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%, they gain 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. Wait, what are wounds again? Wounds are a measurement of how much punishment a character can take before suffering debilitating effects and ultimately death. Every character has a specified number of wounds. A character can often increase their wounds by spending experience points and improving their characteristics such as toughness and getting new talents and abilities. Okay. I don't think that fits with where I want to go. So strength, toughness, like if I made it like a warrior, this is what be, right? But I don't really want to go that way. Voidborn. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel or port, an ancient orbital satellite. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to their reality-altering process of warp travel and living in low or zero gravity environments. In many cases, their features are drawn and their skin pallid. They may even have minor deformities or strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that set them apart from others. Not sure I want to go with that either. I think I need to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Forge World. Forge World characters choose one augmentation system from the following list. Subskin armor grants 5+2+. What's THG? Looking at systems. Critical. Ooh, I like that. All right, let's go Forge World. That I like the thought of being a Forge World person. Intelligence +5, toughness +5, fellowship -5. Yes. Pinnacle of weaponry. With any plasma melt or power weapon, deals additional damage. Fires of Forge. Okay. Yes. One player, one. Okay, heavy armor, nice. 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target I hit with a single target. Nice. Can use persuasion, coercion, and commercial based on intelligence that develop. Ooh, yeah, I like this. I like this. So I think analytic systems is what I wanted to go with. So this is the class, right? Origin is like the class. We have Militarium Commander, Commissar Crime Lord, Ministerium Priest, Navy Officer, Noble, Sanctioned Psyker. Navy Officer could be fun. Ooh, I like how your gear immediately changes with that choice. That's very cool. The Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force of the Imperium and the first line of defense from the myriad threats that endanger the existence of humanity in the 31st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of the Astra Militarum Regiment, commanding thousands and winning battles in the name of God Emperor. You know what? Let's go with that. I think I went with Commissar in the last one. There's Commander and all their allies deal an additional 20% damage. Can you only be used once? Ballistic skill, perception, athletics. Yeah, I think that feels kind of good. Triumph. Through reforms and leadership, you restored a broken Imperial Guard regiment to its former martial glory. You and your guardsmen defended. Oh, I like how the Triumph adjusts to your origin. You and your guardsmen defended a shrine world and received a high commendation for your feat. Utilize your talents as a commander to achieve great victory over ruinous powers. I'm gonna use Apex of Brilliance, I like that. Darkest Hour. You lost an entire regiment to the Immaterium during a gala-filled failure, yet you yourself emerged unscathed. A brand of shame. As a commander-in-chief of the disastrous military campaign, you were buried in shame. Okay. Shadow of Torment. Captured by heretics, you suffered innumerable torture at the hands of humanity's enemies. Let's do this. Archetypes. You can only choose one of the first tier archetypes at this moment. Archetypes are development paths that your characters follow. Each archetype encapsulates a unique set of skills and expertise and represents a specific combat specialization. From the frontline warrior to the indispensable leader preferring to command from the rear. Choose what you want to be in the dark future of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Officer, operative. I think I was officer in the last game. I think soldier could fit well with my background. He's a master of all ranged weapons, quickly able to assume an advantageous position from where they stand, ready to rain fire on the enemy. While well trained in highly diverse range of arms, a soldier is particularly proficient at blasting targets with burst fire and area weapons. Core focus, movement and range attacks, cover and dodge. Alright, I like this. Warrior is close combat, as I said, I don't want to be a warrior. Operative is like sneak. Officer, I did that last time. We'll do soldier this time. And then I have... Okay, weapon skill is 30, so I have 30 available points. So ballistic skill is important. Toughness, intelligence, perception, willpower, fellowship. So we can use other skills instead of fellowship, right? So we don't need fellowship at this point. Let's do weapon skill, ballistic skill. Toughness is fine. Intelligence, I like intelligence. It affects the lore. I like. Oh yeah, I love on being able to use lore stuff. Perception. Perception is always good as well, right? Perception, intelligence, weapon skill, and ballistic. Yes, sounds good. Still have 5. Let's do... actually, no, we'll do 40 here. Intelligence, just to get more lower options. There we go. Sword class frigates. Falcon. I think I went with sword class last time, so we'll do Falcon. I mean, this is the only difference here. I think it's only cosmetic. It doesn't really matter else. Enter name. There we go. The HMS Olachi Common. Okay. Name. Edit name. We will be... What will our name be? Uranos. I don't know. Good. Apply. I think that's it then. Forge World, Apex of Brilliance, yes please. Astra Militarum Commander, yes please. Perception as well. Grim Portents, yes. I'm excited. I'm not sure how far we'll get today, but I'm excited to drive back into this. I hope my my device is not going to crash and burn while I try playing this game. And as always, if there's any issues with the sound, the music, all that, then, you know, let me know. Let me know. Upper decks. 98%. I hope they did some performance improvements since I played it at release. And that's over a year ago, I think. So I hope they've improved some of the... yeah, the performance and all that. We'll find out. Still laggy, I see. Sorry about that.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Sounds like it. You're in dialogue. Here you can learn about current events. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna leave the tips because it's been so long since I played and I stopped playing midway through, so... Truly an awe-inspiring sight. Frankly, such excess can be tiring at times. All this ostentatious luxury this laughable pretense is enough to make one think that the argument is meant to compensate rather than glorify. Have we met? Yeah, let's go with the one.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor. To inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
So yeah, so I know about the hyperlinks, right? My name is Uranos. Lieutenant General Uranos Scopio Grimmail, commander of the 8th Army of the Scythian Generators. Generators? There we go.
My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
But my name? Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here? You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
I don't remember how much of this game is voice acted. Oh, I like you can mouse over to see there. The portray. I like that. Highlighting that art. Really cool. I think like the main story and all the main interactions are voice acted and then the side stuff isn't voice acted, but I just got reminded how good the voice acting in this game actually is. Like just this, like just coming in here. And I'm just glad I don't have to read out everything like I did in the last game that I played. Lord Captain Strange title. Why am I out aboard this boat? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty.
Okay.
Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
So maybe somebody with more lore knowledge can explain to this, right? So I was serving as a character in the Imperial Army. Wouldn't that service to the Empire take precedence over being recruited by a rogue trader? I would think that the Imperial Army has more power.
I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before.
There we go.
The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
That answers my question. Tell me about the one on whose ship I have found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
You say I'm one of the rogue trader's heirs, so there's another candidate?
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Theodora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis, at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service.
I see.
And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
I mean, if the Empire does love something, it's hold on to traditions. Oh, I can go over. Oh, nice. That's nice as well. Alright. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora.
Alright.
I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Let's go then.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let's do it. By the right of blood, rogue trader Theodora von Valentius desires to personally meet with the person. Okay, alright. I guess I don't get time to read that. Oh, there we go. Movement. Move your character by clicking left mouse button on a spot on the screen. A symbol will appear and your character will move toward it. If the spot you chose is inaccessible, the symbol... Okay, cool. Alright, so the quest here. We have quest rumors and contracts. And escape. So I can... Can I... Alright, there we go. So Q and E to rotate the camera. And WASD. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Right, let's go.
Stay
here.
sharp.
Left. Oh, interactable objects. Okay. Yeah, left mouse button. Ooh. A massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood. A resource of incredible value. Aboard a void ship. Yeah, for real. Can I talk to this person? I can. Show the data on the vid screen. The secret mechanism has been interfered with without due reference. Duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Sorry? Incomprehensible information is displayed on a large screen above the cogitator, so you can make it a reference to the unfamiliar... Okay. Can I talk to them? I can, I think. Tech litany for machine plasticity is required. Foxcasting to initiate the consecration of Okay. Those are words. Sure. Okay, I don't think any of these have like any important
Let's see this through.
dialogue. That's a lot of text in those banners. Alright, let's go down here. Let's see what's happening here. Workers and servitors. You do not want to be a servitor. There's Conrad again, so that's probably the way I need to go. Do I have a map? I don't have a map right now. That would show me where I need to go. Noble guest praying. May his will strengthen my heart and may my humble deeds be for the benefit of humanity. A candlelit altar with a copy of the 2448th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. All hail the Imperium.
Venture forth.
All hail the Imperium. Auto-saving. Okay, good. Something's gonna happen.
One of the Von Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Yes, please. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Well, that's not good.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Okay, I can see the sequences are still lagging. You have been ambushed. The battle begins. Okay, the audio is back. Okay, so that is me. Start a battle. Pew pew pew. One minute you're working away as a member of the Imperium, and then you get killed by a rogue servitor. All battles in the game are turn-based. Yes, I know that. Okay. Movement points determine how far a character can move in their turn. One movement point corresponds to one cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Note that once a character starts moving, this action can no longer be cancelled. Alright, so... I do want to get into range so I can shoot. So go there. And... To make attacks and to use abilities in combat, the character must spend action points. The total is displayed at the panel at the bottom of the screen. Every attack or ability has certain IP cost. Okay. We click on it, we click on the thing, we do the thing. Okay. So. All their allies do. So the action points are on the right here, right? This is the action point. So buff, and then this is a single shot, and we're gonna shoot at the thing. 85% to hit for 4 to 7 damage. When you're ready to end your turn, press space or click the end turn. Okay. So this is the end turn. Can you please not miss? You're a crew officer, behave like one. You should be ashamed of yourself. At least Conrad, you should be... No. What's this? Run and gun. Soul gets +3 movement point and next attack costs -1.
Easy.
Alright, so... because we're... You know... We're not close combat, so we don't want to be close to the opponent.
They won't expect this.
We don't want to be close. That will tear us apart. Okay, it's us again already. They're not focusing us, so I think all we've done is shoot again. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Call it a turn. Attack denial. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability. Would like to read that.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Oh, now you appear. Spread out.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I should be able to get there. I think I can manage. M for map. Okay.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Can we... Is there any loot in here? Is there any loot? How do we... Is there like... Can I press like shift or control or something to highlight what is lootable? What's this? Strange object that resembles sea coral. Okay, we'll come back here later. Where not now? Where do I need to go? Doesn't show. This is where I came from. Well, I can't open that door, so that answers that question. But this is where I came from, I believe, so we don't go through there either.
Let's seize the moment.
So probably through this door here. Yes, there we go. Asta Sauerback. She must be important considering she has a name. Everybody else is just anonymous. Croft, can I go through there? I cannot. Oh, look at the statue. Yeah, I really like the sense of scale that they give you here. Like, it's hard to really envision the scale of things when you're reading books and all that. But these ships are huge.
Marching ahead.
Do we go through here? Hello, Servo Skull. Nope. On that. Ooh.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Well, that's a bit...
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Your first impressions of Edelthard, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twitch by a slight tick, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valatius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high and proud posture, hands clasped casual behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in statures between her and Edelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of a data slate, and the other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Okay, sure.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Chance 3311. Set the chance plus 45. Yeah, let's try. The spirits could well be natives for the name of for dangerous aliens. I'll first verify if that is indeed the case and the population of Ion 6 engages in Xeno worship.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
I gave a straight answer to a simple question which, as I understood, was still more than you could do, Edelthrad. We're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? When you're told most disagreeable, Edelthrad, you will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth. Alright, we'll go with the first.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
Indeed.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Sure, dude.
So, why are you here?
Was it not you who sent for me? There are questions that I wish to have answered. I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity.
Okay.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Dramatic, but okay.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
I'm ready to take on the sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest?
Yes.
You came aboard
course.
hours before the warp jump.
I'm the main
and
character.
have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Massive Whisper is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
One of it, that means there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
I assure you I'm the better candidate. If you're satisfied with Edelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Service in the Astra Militarum is a trial from which very few people emerge with their life. That you have risen through the ranks
True.
of the Imperial Guard and assumed command of an army is a testament to your astuteness, both on the battlefield and in the tangled net of officer intrigues. I assure you, the company that a rogue trader keeps will offer you plenty of chances to demonstrate both your diplomatic skills and your combat prowess.
Casualty rates in the Imperial Army are incredibly high. But then I'm an officer, right? So being at the back of the lines is always a bit safer.
Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better.
I didn't realize I can scroll. I can zoom in here.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Okay. Navigator translation. What are these things that you speak of?
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars.
I kind of do.
Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
An incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the Technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Where's your ship headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
I plan on it.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand that... for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Okay. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort.
Okay.
I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I'm keen. Let me demonstrate. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Another battle demands
The riffraff
our
has
attention.
arrived.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Emperor, protect me.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Okay, so the yellow ones I can't
took care
control.
of this
Wow, okay, yeah, alright.
Reduced to dust.
Okay. I like that.
Morale.
Oh my god.
Death to the weak.
Can I keep this group, please?
Such is the will of chaos.
Okay, use cover to avoid. Yes, that makes sense. Well, probably not there because somebody's standing up there, right? Alright, let's use this to buff ourselves. And then shoot this guy over here. Heretic
is how it's
Cutthroat.
done.
Splat. Critical hits. 100%, 50% of the normal damage. Talents, effects, and abilities can increase it. Nice. Nice.
Out of my way. Death to non-believers.
One would argue you are the non-believers, not me. Heretics. All hail the Emperor.
A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
I mean, do they need my help? Doesn't look like it.
Reduced to dust.
It seems that they're totally fine without me.
Glory of the Imperium.
Alright, so... Your character has received a temporary positive effect. Yeah, cool. Do we have any enemies? There's one left. Alright, so let's go here. And then we shoot this guy. I think we can just press one. Yes, there we go. Oh, come on. Miss. Yep, I know how misses work.
For now. No mercy for heretics!
Why do they always arrive too late?
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Not a single one.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh?
Well,
Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
let's take care of it.
The casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
How could there be an armed people in the ranks of crew who would dare to attack the Lord Captain? The incident with the rampaging services may be connected to what is transpiring now. Oh,
Trust
wrong
me,
button.
this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of warp influence to cloud the minds of normally obedient cattle.
Okay, he doesn't like the normies, right? Cattle, riffraff? Okay.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
The incident with the rampaging services may be connected to what is transpiring now.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
I do want to be useful. Okay, cool. Save the game here. Save. And then I'm gonna call it a day for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to the stream today. I'm going to go see what I can cook for lunch today, and then go spend some time with my loved ones. I will be back tomorrow with my usual stream, Monday evening, 5 p.m. GMT, and we'll be playing more Duck Challenge for Flesh and Blood. So hopefully I'll see you then. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye all.